So often for many of us, there are these scripts or these tapes that are going through our mind, and I call them the shoulds. Shoulds lead us to overcommitment and a calendar that is overstuffed because you feel guilty. And guilt is what's really behind the should. You feel like you have to do something, either because this is your vision of what a successful manager does, or because it's a script, an old script that you've heard throughout your life. And so you are listening to voices or to cultural expectations that might or might not be true, and ultimately might or might not be in alignment with who you are and your goals and objectives. You should say yes to this ask to be on this board. You should bake cupcakes from scratch. You should do this. It's all these shoulds. Well, the problem with the shoulds is that they become a runaway train, and before you know it, you've said yes and overcommitted to so many things that might or might not be in alignment with your goals and how you want to live and run your life. So whenever you feel like you've been hooked by the shoulds, I would suggest that you address them by using an acronym I call the Power No. And by using the Power No, you step through the P and the O and the W and the E and the R and get really clear on, is this a should that you should say yes to or you should say no to? So the first one is the purpose question. So what is the purpose behind this should? You know, who really is driving it and what is the should getting at? And then the O stands for the opportunity, because sometimes a should could be shining a light on an opportunity. So you could be asked to work in a stretch assignment. This could be a real opportunity for you. So you want to listen, and is there an opportunity potentially in that should that's going through your head? Then the next one is to think about the who. Who is behind this should, or who is making this ask of you? Is it your boss? Is it your manager? Or is it this old script? It's your mom in your head? Who is this should kind of being generated from? And then think about the expectations. So what expectations are coming with this should? Is it an expectation that the star performer at work always does this, or this is what a manager should do? Just really think about those expectations. Are they yours? Are they society's? Whose are they? And are they really in alignment? And then the last thing I would challenge you to think about is it real? I mean, so is it really true that you have to bake cupcakes from scratch? That's not true. There are much better cupcakes that are store-bought for most of us. So you're questioning, is it real for you and is it real in your organization? Because every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And the shoulds, we overcommit, we say yes more than we say no, and so at the end, something suffers. It's either our work or our personal life.